Greetings, Rebel fans. My name is Jason Kelly. This is the Let's Run podcast. I want to welcome you all to the show today. I want to keep you guys, I want to make sure that you guys can hear. And so if you are able to hear and it's not too bad audio-wise, go ahead and let me know in the comments. I'm in just so you guys know where I am. If you're watching the show and you're in the Thomas and Matt and you want to come over and say hi, I am in the Modelo bar. Sorry, I'm in the Modelo bar. So come over and say hi, guys. Just finished watching Reno's pitiful and disgusting season end. Happy to see those losers lose, especially from UNLV. Yeah, it's been good. I decided, kind of last minute, to try and bring my laptop into Thomas and Matt and do a live game show. The pregame show beforehand from inside the building. I have no idea if this is something that's sustainable, if it's something I'm going to be able to do in the future. I don't know how many people will get listening or watching the show. Again, if you're inside the Thomas and Mac and you want to come jump on, be on camera, shake my hand on screen or something, come on over. Again, I'm in the Modelo Lounge, kind of by sections 106, 105, around there. By Suite 8. So, yeah, tonight could be the last time that we ever see Kevin Kruger coach basketball at UNLV. It probably will be the last time that we see Kevin Kruger coach basketball at UNLV. A piece of news that when it hits our feet, will surely be met with celebration from Rebel fans as we bid goodbye to Kevin. Good man, tried his hardest, wasn't good enough to be our coach, was mediocre at best. With some of the worst losses that I've ever seen in the sports team. And so, but, it's the quarterfinals. UNLV has not won a quarterfinal game since 2013. That was the last time that we have advanced past this stage. We're playing a very good Utah State team, a team that's going to be hungry, that didn't end the season super well. Comes out late tonight with a loss. I don't know that they released the info tonight. I think that there's enough people that are kind of clinging to this that they're going to make them wait. I think they make us wait till Monday for the firing. I don't believe that they'll release the news tonight. Although I would be happy, if they release the news tonight. I think that'd probably be good for Kevin just to kind of get it over with. But I don't expect them to release the news of Kevin's firing tonight. So UNLV is 5.5 or 6.5 point underdogs in this game. I can't remember the line. If you guys know what the line is right now, the 2013 UNLV Conference Championship. That was a heck of a game. That was the Anthony Bennett team. UNLV, I think, beat Colorado State in the semifinals to make the conference final. In what was a really good time, really fun. That was the last time UNLV made it past this quarterfinal round. And doing so tonight's going to take a lot of effort. It's going to take a superhuman effort from Jaden Henley and Jalen Hill. Let's jump into the statistics. Let's jump into the matchup here tonight and see what we got. So, game prep for Utah State. Let's share this. Utah State comes in ranked 52nd in KenPom. Despite that ranking, usually you want to be in the top 40 to get a large fib. So despite that ranking, Utah State is pretty comfortably in the NCAA tournament. I think that win at St. Mary's and basically having no bad losses, we're their worst loss, is going to get them into the NCAA tournament. The Utah State offense is just unbelievably efficient at 16th in the country. Their defense is vulnerable, but I think that in this game, their defense is going to be kind of a huge game for them. Utah State runs the zone. UNLV had trouble cracking the Air Force zone last night, and so I can't imagine that they're going to be super adept at stopping the stopping. I can't imagine UNLV is going to be super adept at attacking this Utah State zone. Utah State runs like a 1-3-1 zone kind of matchup style. It's a very good defense that Jerry Calhoun installed, and I'm just a big fan of his. I think he's an excellent coach. I think genuinely, I think that he's got a chance to be the guy that sticks at Utah State as opposed to leaving. And so I guess we'll see. Additionally, Utah State's defense is not great technically numbers wise, but they do a pretty good job of not letting stupid plays beat them. What do I mean by that? They don't give up the open layups. They don't give up the broken defensive wide open threes very often. If you're going to beat Utah State, you got to make some shots. The only reason why UNLV beat Utah State last time we played them in the first meeting of the year, which Utah State was nationally ranked at the time, the only reason why we beat them was because we had some really good shot makers at the end of that game. DJ hit that crazy fadeaway shot. Jordan says it's all the way down to -8. Wow. Okay, I didn't realize it was there for a 141 total. I think I think you should probably take the under. I mean, I'm not a betting man. I don't know much about gambling, but I would take the under in this one. And again, I'll just show you. So I'm here at the Medela. You can see there's the arena over there. I'm broadcasting live from Thomas and Mac. It's kind of fun in here. I don't know if it's worth doing every single time. I don't think I'm actually going to be able to do a post game unless I don't know. Maybe they'll clear out the concourse and I won't be able to do a post game. But Utah State defense not spectacular. They don't play. They kind of force you into a slow pace when you play Utah State. Penetrating that defense and trying to get good shots on it forces teams to kind of slow down, which isn't something that's necessarily bad for the Rebels in this game. The Rebels are incredibly short-handed. They only have a 6-man rotation. And so the prospect of speeding up Utah State with a 6-man rotation is going to be unbelievably difficult. Utah State is just too disciplined. And so, where is Utah State vulnerable? You look at the Utah State defense, they're vulnerable inside. This is part of the reason why UNLV could technically have a chance at this game. Take a look at this number. They allow on 2-point shots 53.3%, which is good for 272nd evolution. They don't get a ton of blocks. They don't, they foul a fair amount. And so UNLV does have the chance, at least, to use some size to get to the free throw line. I think that Bear is going to have an excellent game to give UNLV a chance in this one. What does an excellent game for Bear look like? I think he's probably got to get above something like 20 points. We need Bear to score a ton in this game. Just because it's going to be very difficult for our guards. We don't get a lot of scoring from Brooklyn Hicks. I'd be surprised if we get more than 5 points from Brooklyn Hicks tonight. Jalen Bedford's shot is inconsistent. Though he did have a good game last game against Air Force, he's not the type of guy that's going to go out there and light up this Utah State defense. So I think we're going to need more than 20 points from Bear Cherry. The rebound number is going to be what the rebound number is going to be. I have no idea. He's not a great rebounder regardless. So I have no idea what he's going to do in terms of, the boards. And that's something that we've been complaining about with Bear basically all year. But I think 20 points. I think he's got to get, I'm trying to tell you, UNLV is obviously not likely to win this game, but I'm trying to tell you what it looks like if they do that. So that's the first thing. Bear's got to score over 20 points. What's the second thing? I think you're going to have to get some 3-pointers. And the Masked Rebel says it right. I mean, if you go back and watch that New Mexico game, the Rebels are probably going to, if they're playing well, they will keep this game relatively close in the first half and in the early part of the second half. but their legs are going to be shot by the end of this one. Jalen Hill's going to play 40 minutes. Jalen Bedford's going to play 35 minutes. Bear Cherry is going to play as many minutes as he can play without fouling. And the prospect of a team this thin being good late into the game is very unlikely. So what I would say is the Rebels are probably going to have to get out to a big lead. And I'm telling you what they're going to have to do to win the game. They're not likely to win the game, but I'm telling you what that looks like. I think the Rebels will probably need something like a 10 to 15 point lead going into the last 10 minutes of the game to have a chance in this one. Anywhere from 10 to 15 probably does it as long as it's above double digits. Then they only probably have to score 7 or 8 more points the rest of the game to give themselves a chance. Jalen Hill's going to have another amazing game. We're going to have to see the masterclass performance of Jalen Hill's entire career, not just his Rebel career, but his entire career. So, build a lead. Bear Cherry has to have more than 20 points, and Jalen Hill has to have the best game of his career. What does a Jalen Hill game look like? I'd say if he hits a 3, a very good sign. Jalen Hill's not a good 3-point shooter, has not shown a lot from behind the arc. Vegas Guitars asks, do I think Yap will play? I fully expect Demarion Yap, Donovan Yap's younger brother, who plays for San Jose State and is on our team as a walk-on. I fully expect Demarion Yap to get anywhere from 3 to 7 minutes. They're probably going to play him just to give anybody a rest. He did hit a 3 against Air Force. I thought that he acquitted himself pretty well. But again, physically, he just looks too small out there in the court, I think, to be a real contributor. But do I expect to see him play a couple of minutes? Yes. I also expect to see much Demarion Yap. I expect to see about 10 minutes from Isaiah Petrelton. Utah State's going to try and get Bear Cherry in foul trouble, and I think we're going to have to see Isaiah Petrelton. So yes, I expect both of them to play. Probably not more than 10 minutes, either of them. If either of them cross 8 minutes, I'll be surprised, to be honest with you, but they will both play. So Jalen Hill, best game of his career. What does that look like? He's going to have 6 or 7 assists. I mean, you might need to see a triple-double type effort from Jalen Hill for the Rebels to have a chance in this game. Jalen Hill, he had 7 assists, 0 turnovers, 18 points, decent shooting, all in that first matchup between the Rebels and Air Force yesterday. And I think we're going to have to see something similar to that. Again, I think Jalen Hill is probably going to have to score more than 20 points. You look, where is the scoring going to come from on this team? Say you get 20 points from Jalen Hill, 20 points from Bear Cherry, there's 40 points. I think the Rebels are probably going to have to score above 72 or 73 points to have a chance in this one. So if Jalen and Bear give you 40 points, where does the other 32 points come from? The biggest name that you're going to think of is obviously Jaden Henley. I don't know that Jaden does very well against zone defenses. Jaden Henley could certainly score, 10 or 15 points in this game, maybe more. But that's only going to happen if Jaden Henley's making his 3-point shot. That's probably my last key of the game. Jaden Henley's going to have to shoot above 50% from three. He's going to have to make 3 or 4 threes at least, just to stretch the floor a little bit. Jaden can shoot. I think his form's excellent. He was certainly a good enough athlete to make a difference in transition. But Jaden Henley's going to have to score, and he's going to have to score from behind the 3-point line because the zone is going to be really tough to penetrate. And so what's the fan ratio look like? Barnaby needs Michelle's minutes. I just don't think Barnaby's there. I don't know if he's a college basketball player right now. I think he probably will be, but if Barnaby wants to get significant minutes, he's going to have to turn into a defensive menace. That's the only way he's going to get time on the court. And he's not that right now, even though he has the physical tools for it. Banana Man asks, what's the fan ratio like? There are Rebel fans here, and I've got a few around me. In the arena, I haven't been in there since about 20 minutes ago, and that was still when the Reno and Colorado State game was going on. So I don't know what it looks like inside the arena. I'd be broadcasting live from the arena, but I think that the sound would be a bit off. And the Wi-Fi isn't good in there. And on school Wi-Fi, I'm not even on the Thomas and Mack Wi-Fi. I don't think they envision people doing this very often. I don't know if it's something I'll do frequently, probably just for Mountain West Conference tournament games. So, looking at the rotation, what's it look like? You're probably going to see the same starting lineup: Brooklyn Hicks, Bear Cherry, Jaden Henley, Jalen Hill, and sorry, I'm blinking. Yeah, Jaden Henley, Bear Cherry, Jalen Hill, Brooklyn Hicks, and who's the last starter? It's not going to be Jalen Bedford. Pop? No, it's got to be Jalen Bedford because it's a six-man rotation. So you're probably going to see that starting lineup. If the Rebels really want to have a chance in this game, they're going to have to guys are going to have to do things that they haven't done all year. When you're in a conference tournament type environment, there are tons of Utah State fans here. In fact, it will be louder, even if there are as many UNLV fans as Utah State fans. The Utah State kids, they came down in a bus and raised money to buy tickets for people to come to this conference tournament. They have a whole student section that they bus down here, up in the upper bowl, and I was sitting up there by them. And so, it's not going to be a friendly environment for UNLV in here, despite the fact that this game's being played around in Portland. And again, UNLV has not won a game in the Thomas and Mack past a quarterfinal game in the Thomas and Mack in like 11 years. And so our prospects aren't great tonight, guys, but I told you, I think if the Rebels were to win, it would be something like 75-72. Banana said, I'm starting to play Ferris campaign. No need to keep a 7-footer on the bench at this point. Walk on. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what you mean by Ferris campaign. But, so, yeah, what's my prediction for this game? If the Rebels want to win, it's going to look something like 75-72, 75-71. I think 75 is the number if the Rebels want to win. However, I'm predicting a Rebel loss in this game. Something along the lines of 68-53. I think a 15-point Utah State win is probably in order. I don't think it's going to be very competitive after about the first 10 minutes. The Rebels are going to fight, though. We saw that against New Mexico. We saw that yesterday, despite the fact that their shot wasn't falling. The Rebels are going to go out there. They're going to fight. And once the game ends, we can start talking about if the school is going to announce Kevin Krieger's firing. Again, with the buyout stuff, rumors and such that Kevin Krieger might not get fired. Personally, I hope that the school announces his being let go tomorrow morning at the latest, if he is truly going to be let go. All signs are pointing towards the boosters essentially paying Kevin Krieger's buyout. They have a desire to they have a desire to get control over this program, the boosters that can big money people behind UNLV basketball, and they still exist, guys. There's still money behind UNLV basketball, and despite what you may hear about the financial state of UNLV athletics and the blatant hit pieces, the ridiculous hit pieces that Nick Akers of the Review Journal has been writing, UNLV is perfectly in a financial position to fire Kevin Krieger. It sucks. They're throwing money away by doing it, but the school is essentially, they need the buyout to be paid by the boosters. But the boosters are saying, all right, if you want us to pay for this buyout, we're going to get a little bit more say over who the next coach is. Because, the boosters did not pick Kevin Krieger to be the head coach of the Red Rebels 4 years ago. The boosters are going to have a lot of say who this next hire is. And barring a miracle tonight or, I don't think that Kevin Krieger keeps his job by winning tonight. He's not gonna beat this Utah State team, who ultimately doesn't have as much to play for as teams like Colorado State and Boise State do. He's not going to save his job by winning this game. he could save his job by making the final of the conference tournament, but I still stand by the fact that if you're going to bring Kevin Kruger back, it doesn't make any sense to bring him back on his current contract. You have to extend him and make him the face of UNLV basketball for the next 6 or 7 years, or you need to fire him. Because under his current contract, with players and coaches, assistant coaches leaving him at the end of this year, I don't think next year is going to be some fantastic year for the Run Rebels. I think it's going to be really difficult. We're going to have to hit a lot of home runs in the portal to have a competitive team next year. So, tonight could be the last time that we see the Kruger crouch on the sideline. And I'm excited to see how it plays out. I think the guys are going to play hard. I think they're going to make the Rebels proud tonight. They're going to make Las Vegas proud tonight. They may get blown out, but they are going to give it their all. And I'm excited. So I don't know how long we have until the game starts. I think we're probably 10 or 15 minutes away. Is there any questions you guys have? Go ahead and throw questions in the comment section. They can be about anything. UNLV's financial situation. They can be about Kevin Kruger. Whatever you guys want. Go ahead and let me know what you think. I will say that I believe that this stuff about finances, it's all hit pieces from Reno. I think that Reno, the Board of Regents up there, I think they're trying to discredit what UNLV is doing. They're not about the money that they're spending. But what Reno doesn't understand is you have to spend money to make money. It seems like they're about to start doing that with a new basketball arena, with some practice complexes. But it's one thing to build a $10 million little facility, and it's another thing to move into a Legion Stadium, build the Petita football complex. These are just completely different. These are completely different things. And UNLV is investing in its future in a real way, and has nothing to be ashamed about. And Nick Akers from the Legion Journal should be absolutely ashamed of what he's talking about. So, just to recap before we close it out tonight, the Rebels are gonna have to win big. They're gonna have to be up by 10 to 15. Why the reporter who graduated from UNLV put this out, I have no idea. Nick Akers, you can shove it, bro. You're done. The Rebels are going to have to win big. They're going to have to win big early. They're going to have to generate a lead. Jalen Hill's going to have the best game of his career. You're going to have to see a 20-point game from both Jalen Hill and Bear Cherry. And the Rebels are probably going to have to get out in transition and score a bunch. And I'm not seeing it, guys. I'm not seeing it, but that's what it looks like. So, guys, I'm going to end it there. I'm going to go sit down and take my seat. Go ahead and reach out to me. DM me if you want to meet up, whether you be from UNLV or from another fan base. I appreciate you guys checking out the show. And let's run. WWTR says 68-62. Maybe. Let's run, boys. See ya.